Aim your bow true, because we're gonna add one to Minecraft. If you want to go deeper, the 26.x modding courses are linked down below. 30 plus hours covering complex block entities with fluid and energy handling, custom mobs, custom networking, and even custom biomes and dimensions. Everything you need for 26.x, all in one place, linked down below in the description. Alright, my friends, back at once more, and in this tutorial, we're adding a custom bow to our Minecraft mod over here. This is going to be a tutorial in 2 parts though. Right now, we're going to add the custom bow. It's pretty standard. And it's going to have one thing missing. And that one thing is the zoom in, like the FOV change when you're actually like drawing back the bow. And that's going to be done in the next tutorial, because there we're going to talk about mixing slightly more generally as well. Basically, I'm going to go like talk you through the entirety of the mixing in that example. And hopefully that's going to be a good sort of very foundational piece on mixing as well. But regardless, let's first of all add the bow itself, which is pretty straightforward if you just want a normal bow. If you want anything, you know, specific or anything like it using different arrows or things like that, we can take a look at that as well. We're just going to add the bow first, and then we'll talk about sort of the variants that you could have. Now, this is going to be the Kaupenjoe over here, of course, and this is a bow item. We actually need a bow item. And then here, the property, we only need to add a durability, let's say 500. That's going to be totally fine. I highly recommend right here to go into the bow class as well as the projectile weapon item class, where you can already see a couple of things, like, for example, the predicate for the arrow only. This would be the thing that you need to change, specifically the overwritten method in the bow item over here, the predicate for the item stack, get all supported projectiles. So this would be one of the things to change and overwrite in a custom bow item class if you wanted to change the item stack that it has to consume on firing the bow. If you want to have a different projectile, it gets slightly more complicated, as the projectile itself is actually an entity, and that means that you have like this projectile over here, and that is an entity, so it gets slightly more complicated if you want to have a fully custom projectile, just so that you're aware. But generally speaking, you can take a look at those 2 classes over here. Highly recommended. And if you wanted to change anything there, then you absolutely can do so. For the Kaupenjoe itself, let's just go through and walk through all of the different things that we need to walk through. First of all, over here, the adding it to the creative mode tab. And when it comes to the data gen, there is one over here, which is bow enchantable. That is definitely where we wanted to add this to. So if you want to have your bow be able to enchant with, for example, you know, infinity or something like that, then of course you need to add it to that. And when it comes to the model, it's slightly weird on how this is going to work. It is obviously similar to what we've seen with the chisel, where we basically are going to have, well, multiple different textures that it points to, because as you hold right click, you are going to actually change the model, right? Even inside of the inventory. And for it, we're going to first of all call item model generators dot. This is very important. Create flat item model, where we'll pass in the mod items Kaupenjoe, and then model templates dot bow. Very important. So this is the first one, and then the second one is item model generators dot generate bow, and then here this is mod items dot Kaupenjoe. Very straightforwardly. So we need both of those lines in order for it to properly generate in its entirety, and we'll take a look at the JSON files that it generates here in a second as well. Then we need the assets. So first of all, translation. Well, I mean, I don't, you know, we're just gonna jump over that one because, I mean, come on. And then the textures over here, which are 4 textures. Kaupenjoe pulling 0, 1, and 2 right here. And you can see this is a change. This is the normal Kaupenjoe texture. And then when you start pulling, we're gonna not only have an arrow appear here, but also we're going to start pulling that arrow back. Pretty freaking cool. And I think that that's really nicely done. Do note that the underscore pulling underscore, you know, 1, those have to be matching exactly as the model right here is what it does. If you want to have, you know, more sort of pulling textures or anything like that, you could theoretically do that. Highly recommended to check out the generate bow method right here. As you can see, that's basically how this is set up. It's actually not as complicated as one might think, where basically these are the 4 different models right here, and then bada bing, bada boom, we just get the item condition over here for a range. So if we're 5% starting to use this, then we use the pulling 0. At 65%, we're going to use pulling 1, and at 90%, we're going to use pulling 2. That's the way that this is set up, and we'll see that in a second in the JSON file as well. Let's generate the data gen for it, because that's actually all of the changes that we need to do in this case, and we can take a look at the items JSON file as, like I said, it's actually quite interesting to take a look at. There it is, and you can see it does the exact thing that we are basically saying, right? So if we're using the item, then we are supposed to go in the on true. If we're not, we're on false, which means that we're using the default Kaupenjoe model over here, but on true, we're using the pulling. If we're at 65 threshold, pulling 2 at 90, and the fallback over here is the Kaupenjoe pulling 0 over here. So that's the whole idea in this case when it comes to the way that the items JSON file is set up. But with that being said, I would say let's jump into the game and see if it works. All right, finally back in Minecraft, and let's first of all remind ourselves what the bow does. So if I were to, draw it back, you can see not only are we going to change the texture of it, but also the there's a slight zoom effect that happens. Now, if I use my custom bow, we will have the texture change. However, there is no zoom effect in this whole endeavor. And that is basically the thing that we will have to fix with, wow, that's a pretty good shot, that we have to fix that with the mixin. But like I said, that's going to happen in the next tutorial for the time being. That is a custom bow over here added to Minecraft. Awesome. Indeed, that's going to be it for this tutorial right here. Don't forget you get 14 days of early access if you join as a Stone Bricks member here on YouTube. And that is, of course, going to include this video right here, where we'll talk a bit about mixin, specifically on the example of how to fix the bow. Hope to see you there. So, yeah.